Right. So our belief as a negative side, we believe that the system should stay the same. The advocates of the affirmative side are believing that this change to the system to where California should allow juveniles to be sentenced to life without parole is on the basis that on the cases that maybe these juveniles may be released back into society and continue to cause mayhem. So they brought up points of how in the last 25 years, 25% of these small non-homicide cases occurred in the juvenile range, or age range. And if anything, that furthers our point to the idea that these juveniles are not exactly, they're not, their moral capabilities are not developed as much as adults in the later ages, and that's why the California law has stated that it will take 15, at minimum 15 years after the incarceration for these juveniles to apply for rehearing. So it's not like we're going to be releasing these prisoners back into society just because they're on a good behavior and they're going to continue to cause mayhem. The sentences can occur at 15 years, 20 years, 25 years after incarceration. So it takes a long time, and for the idea that these juveniles are going to commit these crimes because they don't believe 15 years of their life will be is not a harsh enough punishment is kind of laughable. And so the American Academy of Pediatrics has identified several risk factors that can spark violence in adolescents, including being witness to domestic violence or substance abuse within the family, or being poorly or inappropriately supervised, and being the victim of physical or sexual assault. And so how the advocates of the affirmative say that the media portrayal of violence today has negatively affected our adolescents, it just furthers the proof that these adolescents are at a vulnerable stage where any mistake that they make today, it should not be punished for life because of their living standards that they were brought up in. According to the Sentencing Project, juveniles sentenced to life, they say 79% witness violence in their homes regularly, 32% grew up in public housing, 40% have been enrolled in special education classes, fewer than half are attending school at the time of their offense, 47% were physically abused, and it just goes on and on about how these juveniles who commit these crimes that the advocate wants to sentence them to life, they're brought up poorly, and it reflects on their actions as I continue to say, they're vulnerable and they don't understand the repercussions of their actions. And just to further my point, the American Bar Organization say that the evidence now is strong that the brain does not cease to mature until the early 20s, and those relevant parts that govern impulsivity, judgment, planning for the future, foresight of consequences. And so, how can these kids who don't even understand the judicial system or understand what their sentences might be for these crimes be sentenced to life without parole for crimes, again, that they committed at such a young age? And so the current system has proven to work for California. That's why they took out the life without parole. They've seen that giving these juveniles another chance is another way for them to rehab and think about their mistake after 15 years, apply for resentencing or rehearing, 20 years, reapply. And so it just goes to show that the current system is working. California has taken the opportunity to change their system just last month.